PTCs to boost sales. Returning to our top story today, Tesla Motors is launching its first financing program for the rechargeable Model S sedan. For more on this, let's bring in the Loop anchor Betty Liu, who is standing by with an exclusive interview with Tesla CEO Elon Musk. Betty?
Thank you so much, John. And I want to introduce Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, who just announced, as you heard throughout this program this afternoon, a new financing program for customers who can potentially then who can finance their way into a Model S and opening the market up for a new consumer. Elon, great to have you back here on Bloomberg West. And I want to first ask you, I mean, you've been working on this for several weeks, as you just explained to me earlier. Why do this now with the Model S?
Well, I thought it was important to get a financing product out there that broadened the marketplace. Because with what we saw with Solar City, we had an incredibly good experience when we were able to offer a compelling, easy-to-use, accessible financing program. We saw a dramatic increase in the market, the accessible market for solar, and I think we'll see something similar to that with the Model S. So it's about improving and highlighting the true affordability of an electric car, and then providing that residual value guarantee, which is probably the next question you can ask me. The fact that the Model S, we're guaranteeing that the value of the Model S will be no less than that of a Mercedes S-Class after 3 years. So a lot of people are worried about the residual value. Is it going to hold up? What's going to happen to electric cars? Tesla is guaranteeing that value, and then as a further backstop, I am personally guaranteeing that value and standing behind it.
Well, and you had, I was listening on the conference call. You had quite a few questions on what that personal guarantee exactly meant. What does it exactly mean, Elon?
What it means is that no matter what happens, obviously I'm very optimistic about the future of Tesla, and I think it's going to do very well. And I also think that the residual value of the Model S will be greater than the number we're guaranteeing. That's just a floor. So it's, I think it actually be more than that. Mm-hmm. But I'm standing behind that guarantee with all of my assets, not just with Tesla. So no matter what, I will make sure that you have nothing to worry about if you buy a Model S.
Right. So the idea is that, look, you have plenty of confidence in the future of Tesla, but let's say Tesla went under, then you would buy back all the Model S's out there that have been done under this program.
That's exactly right.
Okay. Why did you pick the Mercedes S-Class to be the comparable car in terms of depreciation for the Model S?
Well, Daimler is actually a partner of ours. So Daimler is an investor. We have some deals with Daimler over the years, many deals with Daimler over the years. We're providing the battery pack and powertrain for the Mercedes B-Class that's coming out. I have a great deal of respect for the Mercedes S-Class. Many people consider it to be the best premium sedan on the market. And so I think that makes for a good reference point in the case of the Model S.
Elon, you and I were talking a little bit ahead of this, and I know you were talking about how you really wanted the people that are covering this company to really look at this new deal from a consumer's perspective. So I got on your website, and I clicked on Tesla, and I looked at the financing options that you were talking about with Wells Fargo and U.S. Bank. One of the things I noticed, though, is that in the calculations that you have for the monthly payments, you add in sort of cost benefits from things that other car companies might not. You've got the savings coming out from electricity versus gas. I get that. But you also have sort of you have something called a business tax benefit. I can get that as well, perhaps. However, you have other things called a commuting benefit, which is that you make the argument on your website that electric vehicles are allowed to use HOV lanes, essentially, and so that can save you $167 a month. You have avoid the gas station benefit. That could save customers $100 a month. That, I'm not sure if I buy that, Elon, as a way to calculate what your overall payment will be at the end of the month.
Yeah, and you don't have to. And in fact, that's why we provide the calculator. So you can check or uncheck any of those options. And so if you don't think something applies to you, then you can just uncheck it and see what the cost is without that. But I mean, the key thing is that if you buy the 60 kilowatt-hour version of the car, I think you may have clicked into the 85, which is the more expensive one.
Well, I did both, yes.
Okay, yeah. But if you look at the 60 kilowatt-hour car, which is essentially our mid-range car since we canceled the 40 kilowatt-hour version. The monthly payment, taking into account the cost of gasoline and just basically the tax incentives that you're sure to get, gets you to around the $500 or $600 a month payment option.
Okay, so even if you're saying, even if you discounted some of those benefits I just talked to you about, I mean, I still got.
Exactly.
I didn't quite get $1,000, but I got a little bit under that. So I see where you're coming from, Elon. Now you're doing this financing because you want to open this up to more and more consumers. So is it possible that you might see more demand than for 2013, and therefore you might exceed this 20,000 target that you've been talking about?
Well, we always have to be cautious about forward-looking statements, but the things that I've made sort of hard commitments on were the start of production of the Model S, the fact that we would do at least 20,000 units this year of deliveries, and the third, that we would achieve at least a 25% gross margin by the end of the year. And I'm very confident that we will meet or exceed all of those promises.
Elon,
and obviously our goal is going to be to exceed. Yeah.
Right, you would always want to do that, of course. Elon, yeah. What puzzles me a little bit, though, is that you mentioned how you want to make this affordable for the for the average consumer, but you also had to cancel the 40 kilowatt battery-powered Model S because you didn't see as much demand on that lower end as you saw in the higher end. So how do you reconcile the two?
Yeah, that's actually a really good question, because we had an intense debate at Tesla about the 40 kilowatt-hour car, and you know, we test drove some initial units, and it wasn't a good product. And one of the commitments I made at Tesla is that we will never produce a bad product, just never. I don't care, even if we could make money on it, on a bad product, we will just not do it. And I just don't think the 40 kilowatt-hour was a good product. It felt hobbled, like a hobbled horse. And you'd always need to really have another car if you wanted to do long-distance trips. That's, I think, what people don't quite understand about something like, say, the Leaf. I mean, I'm glad that Nissan is doing electric cars, and I encourage them to do further, to do more.
Right.
But if you've got an electric car that can only do short distances, it means you need to have another car anytime you want to do long distances. So you've actually got to buy two cars. So that like doubles the price of it. It sounds like you're like a lower cost car, but it really isn't.
But I'm confused then, Elon. What was the problem? Was the problem that it was too short of a range, and that's why it wasn't appealing to consumers, or was it because just mechanically, technically, it just wasn't up to par as the 85 kilowatt car? Well,
no, mechanically, I mean, from a reliability standpoint, it's fine. The fundamental issue is that at 40, you just don't have enough range to make it a useful long-distance car.
Okay.
So it's like I said, it's like a horse that's been hobbled, and so it just wasn't a compelling product. And it was also clear to us that customers were recognizing that, because hardly anyone was choosing it. We only had 4% of our customers ever choose that car, because the vast majority of customers recognize that it's not a good product and that they're voting with their wallet. And so we thought, well, this is just silly. We should not make a product that we don't 100% believe in, and neither do our customers.
Well, talking about that and kind of addressing that issue of trying to make electric cars more longer range, you know, vehicles that can go longer ranges, a lot of people actually speculated that your announcement today was actually going to be about the supercharger network. So what can we expect on that?
Well, we've actually got a number of announcements coming out in the future. We're going to probably put them out with a cadence of every 1 to 2 weeks. And one of those announcements is going to be a very exciting supercharger announcement. We've made a lot more progress on that front than I think most people realize. We're also going to do what I think is a very exciting announcement about re-engineering of Tesla's service. Because just as we make the best car in the world, we really want to have the best service in the world. And we need to do a few things to get there. And then there's a third announcement that I won't quite talk about, but I think is pretty cool. Except to say that if you're driving a Model S, it's right under your nose.
Are you going to tweet about it, though, first?
Maybe. The SEC just gave approval for such things, which is comforting.
I can imagine. Elon, just quickly, just on a few more notes. This financing option that you've got for the Model S, will you eventually extend that out to the next model, the Model X?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to extend and refine this financing product over the years for the Model X and for all of our future cars. Our goal is to make the most consumer-friendly, to make the best financing product, and we're going to. I think what we've debuted today is that thing, but we're going to keep making it even better over time.
Elon, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Elon Musk, the Tesla
Thanks for having me.
CEO. Thank you. John, back to you.